Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, April 14th, right? So, I'm coming at you with this video about the girl Ashlee Robinson who went on the trip with her boyfriend at the time, and I believe he proposed to her on the trip to Zanzibar. And she was on the trip for a couple of days. Looks like she was posting on her social media page, and next thing you know, she stopped posting. And apparently, there was a situation, and she ended up passing away. So I wanted to do this video because I've seen a lot of misinformation going on. A lot of people are saying that she died as a cause of outing herself, the S word, right? But that's not how she passed away. So um, when she was found, she was still alive, and then she was taken to the hospital, and then she passed away at the hospital. So how everything happened is very unclear. So I was watching my girl Chronicle Crimes with Chronicle, or Chronicle Speaks, I believe it's Chronicle Speaks. And so y'all check out Chronicles, Crimes with Chronicles. Check out her YouTube channel, okay? Because you can get all the scoop. I know if it comes from her, it's legit, right? You have to be careful when you get information from other people because there's a lot of misinformation that's out here. Now, apparently, a lot of people were saying that she hung herself with a rope, and she didn't. I've been doing some research on my own, and I found that there was no rope. There was some fabric from her dress that was used to strangle her, or strangle, I don't know why she would strangle herself, but they're saying that, listen, this is a whole mess. Okay, I have daughters, I have children, so this situation, this thing hit me, and it just felt heartfelt. Also the fact that I'm a single woman and I date, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, you do have to be extremely careful when you're out here dating people. I don't care if you're man, woman, it can happen either way. I know it's a lot of stuff going online. A lot of people are talking about the racism thing, or that pain point there, saying how she was posting a lot of videos talking about not liking black men. And I mean, whatever, it is what it is. However you feel about that is how you feel about it. Because at the end of the day, something happened to this girl, and we don't know what happened to her. And she went to a different country, and it's like there's no answers. Okay? So her family is like fighting for answers here, which is crazy. So anyway, so let me try to sum up this. Okay, so the latest and the most recent updates that we have about Ashlee Robertson, the girl who went to Zanzibar, who got engaged to this white guy, I believe his name. What is his name? I don't know why I want to say Joe. I don't know. He looks like a Joe. I don't know. But we'll get there. We'll find out his name later. But she went there to celebrate her 31st birthday. So when she went there, she was 30. She ended up celebrating her birthday, her 31st birthday, while she was there. Looks like they took some wonderful pictures of her at this resort. And we're going to look up the resort so we could try to get some details, because apparently they're trying to say that she hung her, or she tried to hang herself from a closet or a door. I'm sorry, my son's dogs are here. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So you probably can hear the dogs in the background, but so apparently, they're trying to say that there was a situation at the hotel. Now, where do you know of there being a situation at a hotel and the hotel staff have to separate the couple that was at the hotel? I've never heard of any mess like this. And I've actually been at a hotel and had a situation with an ex before, and they didn't separate us. They kicked both of us out. Okay. Matter of fact, it was a family trip, and we went to the beach, and they kicked all of us out. What's up, Lena? So yeah, so hearing that there was an argument between the couple and they were separated by rooms is very strange to me, and I have my own opinion about how that could have went about. But I'll get to that later. So yeah, so they had an argument. Somehow we don't even know what the argument is about yet. The family has reported there was an argument, and she called her family and let them know that she had been separated from her fiance at the time. She let her family know they had an argument. They were in separate rooms. The hotel staff separated them and put them in separate rooms. And then that's all that the family is disclosing at this time. That's all the information. Next thing you know, almost 2 days later, the fiance contacts the family. I believe it was the mom, and told the mom that there was a situation with Ashlee and she's in the hospital. And so he didn't give much details about what the situation, what was the cause of the situation that led her to the hospital. So come to find out, the family couldn't get much information from the fiance. So the hotel staff, one of the hotel staff members, called the family and told the family that she tried to strangle herself at the hotel, and that she had passed away. But she wasn't passed away at that time. Matter of fact, she was passed away at that time. Okay, so let me, it's kind of strange, right? So when the family got the call from the hotel, Ashlee had already been in the hospital for a while. Now, again, remember I told you when they found Ashlee, because we don't even know who found her, but Ashlee was found by someone, and she was taken to the hospital. She was still breathing. She was still alive. And then she passed away at the hospital. But the hotel staff told the family that she passed away at the hotel. So you're getting conflicting information here. It could be a matter of like a language barrier, where the family didn't really understand what was going on, maybe because of the language barrier. I'm not sure. I'm not the family. I didn't receive the call. I don't know why any of this happened. But yes, I wanted to listen to Chronicle Speaks review of everything, because she got it all down packed right here. So I wanted to play it, and I wanted y'all to listen to what's going on, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards, and we're going to look up the hotel, because this hotel is supposed to be centered at, like, right in the middle of a safari. So that's why you see a lot of her pictures on a porch, or pictures of her where she's on a porch with the fiance, and the animals are coming up to the porch. They're right at the porch of the I guess like a hotel villa, right? So I'm thinking if they had to be separated, then they would have had to be in two separate villas. But anyway, we'll get to that, okay? But yeah, we're gonna investigate it. So, they're saying that she hung herself on a, I guess, the closet door. So I want to try to look up the hotel and see if we could look at some pictures to find out what this door looked like and how she would have been able to do this with material from her dress. Okay, it was not a rope there. It's been plenty of reports saying that she used her dress, which is very disturbing. They're saying material from her dress, as if her dress was torn apart and she used it. Now, I'm going to speak on what I think happened. Should I do that now or afterwards? I'm going to just go ahead and say it now. I'm going to say some of the stuff, okay? So I feel like they had some type of um, argument, right? The couple. And I'm thinking the argument, and I don't even know these people, okay? This is all alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? This video, everything that I'm saying in this video is for entertainment purposes only. It's alleged, and in my opinion, okay? I don't know these people. I'm only reporting what I heard and how I feel about the situation, right? I feel like they had an argument, a disagreement. Now, I feel like the fiance definitely strangled her. She's not going to strangle herself. First of all, she's supposed to be a model of some type. I know that she's considered a video vixen. She's been in a couple different videos. She's been in a Drake video, I believe in a Tiger video. She's been in a couple rappers' videos. She's also there's a video of her and what's the guy name who say I'm not tired. Get tired. Oh, what's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy. I don't get tired. And I don't get tired. What is the guy named? Real arrogant dude. Tag, I can't think of his name. Anyway, there's a video that's going around where her and him hugged up together, and he's saying that she picked him up from a video shoot or something. So obviously that's how she makes her money, but that's not the type of men that she wants, probably because she doesn't want that type of lifestyle. But I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. So also in her social media, she was going in on black men and saying how she wants mixed babies. Mixed babies are so beautiful and stuff like that. And it's like, oh my goodness, real cringy. But it's just like, girl, oh my goodness. So it makes me feel like she seeked out a white man because maybe she thought a white man would provide her the type of lifestyle that she wants to live. So she finds this guy. Allegedly, they've been talking for about 2 years, so it's not the first encounter that they had. They've been talking for a while, but I feel like they had an argument probably about her talking to a black man. And I'm going to say that because I'm thinking, what would make him so upset with her that he would choke her if he was to choke her, if that's how it happened, right? Because we don't know how it happened. This is just my opinion. This is just what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she probably, and they said she was real mouthy, okay? Because I've been doing a lot of like looking her up, looking at her social media stuff, and a lot of people say that she's been real mouthy. She does a lot of messaging to on people's videos and stuff, like commenting on Instagram, TikTok, all the social media forms. So they, it's like she's like a very talkative person. So I'm thinking she probably said something that was that made him feel like, oh, you trying to down me or diss me or something. And then he probably choked her out because of what she said. Because how does girl just end up like this now? Come on now. Come on now. How does girl end up deceased after she done went to Zanzibar celebrating her birthday and a proposal to a man. What woman you know accepts a proposal, is super happy about it with her man, and then she's upset to the point where she wants to take herself out? That doesn't happen. That it doesn't even make sense, okay? But yeah, let's get into what Chronicle Speaks has to say about this, and yeah, we'll be back.
Everywhere. Family is demanding answers after the influencer from South Jersey was found dead during a trip to Africa where she had just been engaged. Action News reporter Cheyenne Corinne joining us live in the Satellite Center with more on this heartbreaking story. Cheyenne.
Alicia, well, Ashlee Robinson, she actually was raised locally in South Jersey, and now her death in Zanzibar is making headlines across the world. Well, today we spoke to her family in Delaware, who say they aren't getting answers from her fiancé or officials in Tanzania about what happened to her.
Uncertainty, mystery, anger, sadness. It's like a part of me has been taken away.
On April 5th, influencer Ashlee Robinson, who goes by Ashlee Jenae on social media, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
We believe that they were in love. We believe that their relationship was genuine.
Ashlee's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashlee called, saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashlee did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury hotel the couple was staying at called saying Ashlee passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashlee had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, quote, according to the husband, he found she hanged herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashlee was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
She was not just going to be discarded and forgotten about.
And the family, as you just heard, they are just desperate for information. They tell us that they are requesting surveillance footage from the resort. They also say that they have contacted police, the consulate, and embassy and have not heard back.
So let's get into the first hospital report. So it starts off with intervention. It says, warm the patient using blanket. Now, in emergency situations, warming a patient is actually standard procedure, especially when someone is unresponsive or their body feels cold to the touch. It's done to stabilize the body, not diagnose anything. And when you look at the rest of the medical findings, the focus isn't on temperature at all. The report documents that her pupils were dilated and fixed, and her Glasgow Coma Scale score was a 3 out of 15, which is the lowest possible score and indicates she was completely unresponsive. Let's also note there's an unidentified mark around the neck, and there's no wound seen. She's not pale and she's not jaundiced. The report also references an ample assessment, which is a standard emergency checklist used by both first responders and hospital staff to quickly gather critical information about a patient. We have A for allergies, which were unknown, M for medications, which were unknown, P for past medical history, which was unknown, L for last meal, which was 4 hours ago. Then we have events leading up to the incident. And it says this, according to the husband, he found she blanked herself on the door. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. The hospital staff seemed as though even they found this hard to believe. Now, after the initial emergency assessment, responders moved into what's called a secondary survey, which is essentially a full body check to look for any injuries or additional clues about what may have happened. Now, according to the report, her chest was expanding normally on both sides, and there were no visible injuries or lesions noted in that area. Her airway also appeared to be in the correct position, which is important because any shift could indicate serious internal trauma. Now, the report mentions a tattoo on the left side of her chest, which is simply an identifying detail and not related to her condition. It also states that her pulse was strong but fast, suggesting that her heart was still working but under significant stress. And at the same time, her hands and feet were described as cold, which could happen when the body begins redirecting blood flow to vital organs during a critical situation. And another observation noted that her neck and veins were not raised, which generally indicates that there were no obvious signs of fluid buildup or pressure affecting the heart. Overall, this portion of the report does not point to any major external injuries, but it does show that her body was in a severe and critical state at the time she was found. According to her family, she was taken to another hospital, and at that hospital, she was given noradrenaline, which is a medication that constricts blood vessels to help raise blood pressure. She was given this at the maximum dose because it suggests that her blood pressure remained critically low despite treatment. Now, medications like this are typically used in severe life-threatening situations when the body is no longer maintaining adequate circulation on its own. Now, it states at around 4:10 p.m., she kept getting worse. Hypertension, which is dangerously low blood pressure. Even with medication support, it wasn't working, and this shows that her body was failing despite treatment. At around 4:50 p.m., she went into full collapse. Her pupils were fixed, dilated, and unresponsive to light, which is the same critical sign as before. This is severe brain oxygen deprivation. The brain likely was no longer functioning. At 5 o'clock, doctors declared her deceased, but it says this: immediate cause of death, cerebral hypoxia, second by strangulation and suffocation, which medically refers to the loss of oxygen caused by some form of neck or airway compression. However, that in no way, shape, or form proves that she did this to herself. So this simply describes the mechanism of death, not the exact circumstances. The only mention of her blanking herself is in the report that comes from a statement given at the scene, not from a confirmed medical determination. Her mother said that she called them on the 8th to tell them that he and she had fallen out and had been separated. The 9th is when this incident allegedly happened, and the 10th is when she died. I want to know, what information did the police gather so quickly to inform them that she did this to herself? So the news outlet in Tanzania, The Citizen, posts this today. Police question U.S. influencer's fiancé over Zanzibar death. Police in Zanzibar are questioning the fiancé of American social media influencer Ashlee Robinson, popularly known as Ashlee Jenae, Joe Mccan. Ashlee died on April 10th this year in Zanzibar, where she had traveled for a holiday with her fiancé, Joe Mccan, who had proposed to her 6 days before her death while they were on the islands. Information on the questioning of her fiancé was released today, April 14th, 2026, by the North Unguja Regional Police Commander Benedict Mapajira when he spoke to the Citizen's sister newspaper, Mwananchi. The regional police chief said that in addition to the investigation already conducted, the force must continue with interviews to establish whether there was any crime, and therefore several people are being questioned. We must question hotel staff and her fiancé on everything so that later on we can reach a conclusion on whether there was a crime or not, he said, adding that Mr. McCann is still being questioned. When asked whether Mr. McCann was being held, Commander Mapajira said, "You know, when you are assisting the police, you are somewhat restricted. Even if you have freedom, once you are told you are assisting the police, it is not easy." He stressed that forensic investigations are ongoing, including additional examinations involving the head of the deceased to establish the exact cause of her death. However, he said that when such an incident involves a foreign national, the embassy of the person's country usually appoints a representative to oversee all matters, including the investigation. He says the embassy provides that representative after receiving a formal request from a Zanzibar official, and the representative remains present while the investigations are carried out. Now, yesterday, the Zanzibar police force said Ashlee was found alive, rescued, and taken to the hospital where she later died. The deceased mother, Miss Yolanda Denise, said the incident was unclear, noting that her daughter had traveled to celebrate her birthday with her fiancé before suddenly losing her life. She added that communication from the fiancé had been limited, and after initial information, he did not contact them again, with the family receiving news of the death through the hotel. The Zuri Zanzibar Hotel confirmed it is cooperating with investigative authorities and the U.S. Embassy, expressing sorrow over the incident.
We found out that our daughter had passed from the hotel. The fiancé did not reach out to us at all.
Do you believe that Joe Mccan had something to do with your daughter's death?
We don't want to have. It's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
It's under investigation, and Like we said, we just want transparency. Just let us know.
I want to make sure that everybody is fully aware that she was a light. She was a light. She was a beautiful person, and this doesn't align with who she is. Understandably, the family really didn't want to talk about Joe Mccan, the man who proposed to their daughter. When you go online, you can see he's the CEO of Asymmetric, which is a venture capital company that invests in crypto companies. But the point is, the family wants answers. They don't understand why they haven't been able to reach Joe. They don't understand why he wasn't more forthcoming about what exactly happened to their daughter. And it's why they said they're speaking out. Next steps for them, they said, is trying to get to Zanzibar so they can get to the bottom of what happened.
So yeah, y'all, that's a lot of information there. Far as a final update, or like the latest update, I would say, but still not enough information. We still don't know what happened. I guess this is the type of hotel that's looks like it's separated. So it's not like a regular hotel you go to and you have multiple floors. This looked like it has villas. And yeah, I went to look up this hotel to see if we can get some pictures of the inside, because there was another report that said that she hung herself from the closet door. So I want to see what this closet door looks like, and I wonder how tall she is. But this, let's see, Zanny, what is it called? Let's see here. What's the name? Zuri Zanzibar Hotel. Let's see what this hotel look like. Zuri. Okay, luxury 5-star hotel. Okay, let's see what we're gonna use Go Africa here. Help me plan. Let's see. I want to see what the rooms look like. Luxury. Y'all check this out. Okay, luxury all the way. Okay. Why go to Zanzibar? Blissful beaches, one of a kind experiences, luxury accommodation for couples and families, ideal for bush and beach combos, forest adventures, sustainable ecotourism experiences, East Africa Spice Island. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's go back. 10 best. Let's find this hotel. Okay. Okay, so this is the hotel, you guys. So this is Zuri Zanzibar. Okay. This is the outdoor pool umbrella. Beautiful. Can you imagine? Look at this. This is Africa, you guys. Beautiful blue waters, beautiful white sand. Look at this. This is tropical. It's a beautiful place. You're going to take your life at this beautiful resort? Look at that. Gorgeous. That table kind of looked like an alligator or crocodile or something. Okay, so this is the room. Okay, so we saw her coming out of a room like this, out of this type of door, and going right here on the balcony where the animals were right there available. So this is now, so if this is the case here, seemed like they would have said she strangled herself with the overflow from the bed. But they didn't say that. Reports are saying that she was found with a piece of her clothing. Look at this beautiful resort, you guys. 4 bars or lounges, 2 beach bars, poolside bar. Just gorgeous. Look at this. Little lounge area. That's the exterior. So that's looking right into the hotel room there. I want to try to see this closet. That's a reception. Have a fitness center. Premium bedding. Select comfort beds. Mini bar. Exterior. Okay, this is the suite. The 1 king bed, bathroom, shower, free toiletries, hair dryer, bathrobe. So this is the bathroom. Okay. Somebody children's outside having a ball, okay? Excuse that. Water sports, poolside bar. This is just gorgeous. Okay, this must be like the living room. Lot of fabric and stuff that they could have said that she took herself out with, but they didn't. Okay, so let's look at this, you guys. So this is the bed. Looks like that may be like a bathroom over there. So look at the door. This is like, it's 2 doors on the side here. They said the doors are pretty high up now. These are some very tall doors. I wonder how tall these doors are compared to a person. Now, if you look at this entryway looks a lot lower than that entryway, but I'm not quite sure. It's hard to tell here with the picture, but the reports say that she was found, or the strangulation occurred with her taking herself out on a closet door. So this is a closet door here, and this one. This is some type of door. So how would she do that? How would she accomplish? How would she? I'm just trying to figure out how in the world would she accomplish? Oh, I don't move to the end. How would she accomplish hanging herself on a door? How would you do that? Wouldn't you need to have something on the other side of the door to hold it down? It's like 83 pictures here on the website. Beautiful resort. Just, ugh. Jacuzzi. Now, what I don't see here is the animals. Where are the animals? And these are seeming to be very high up because the location they were in had the animals coming right up to the villa. But we don't know if that was the actual villa that they were staying in, or if that was something that was another part of the hotel, because this hotel has a lot going on here. Look at this movie night. That's beautiful. A lounge area, the pool, gorgeous. Look at the beach. This is just too beautiful. Look at that. OMG. Can you imagine walking on that beach? Okay, seeing that sunset and those big old palm trees like that. Beautiful blue water. This is Africa, you guys. Okay, this is Zanzibar. It's a shower. Where are the animals? Gorgeous. This is definitely 5-star all the way. I'm trying to figure out where, if this is the hotel, where are the animals at? It's a lot of villas here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looked like it's like on a vine in within. So you got the resorts here, then they're on the outside, and they're probably on the outside of that, and on the outside of that. A lot of resorts. So because these are so close together, because these look very kind of close. So if you having an argument with someone, it's probably getting real loud. Your neighbor probably heard can hear you. So that's probably what happened. Somebody probably complained about the noise. There probably was this is a beautiful place, a beautiful resort. I can't imagine being in an argument with my man at this beautiful resort, and then we get separated and have to split rooms. And I'm thinking, if they gave separate rooms, somebody had to pay for a room. Are they out here just giving away free rooms like that? Oh, y'all have an argument, let us separate y'all and y'all don't have to pay? Somebody got to pay for the other room. Now, please believe she had her own money because the girl was making money. Okay, she had bank, the rumors say. I don't know this girl. Allegedly, she had a lot of money. But I'm glad we're able to see this like bird's eye view here to find out how close the villas are, because now knowing how close they are, it makes me feel like someone probably contacted the front desk and let the staff know that a couple is showing out, acting up, and that's probably why they came out. And I bet Joe probably said, oh no, we're not gonna. Okay, there go those two little doors. Now those doors right there, I don't know how sturdy they are, but they don't look strong enough to hold a body. Look like if it's too much weight there, because we thinking dead weight. Okay? And it's weird because I didn't even complete my thought there. Let me complete my thought. Okay? But I'm thinking Joe probably said, he probably told the staff, no, we're good. Let us just get separate rooms for now. Let us just get separate rooms. And I wonder how long they were supposed to stay. I wonder if they were supposed to be leaving soon, because it seems like they stayed at least like a week, almost 7 days. This started on, or when was her birthday? On the 8th, I believe. They said something about the 8th, and then got information on the 12th about her passing. So this is very, very recent. They believe she passed away on the 12th, but went to the hospital on the 10th or 11th. And then when they spoke with Joe, he had told the parents that she was in a hospital, but she was already deceased. And she was in the hospital. She had been in the hospital for 11 hours before he even contacted the family. It's a lot of material here. It seemed like they would have said that she used some of that material to take herself out, but they're not saying that. Safari, saffron, vanilla, lemongrass. It's probably plants or something. Where are the animals? Beautiful resort. Just gorgeous. Okay, now this suite right here. Or this bathroom has beads all around it. It doesn't even have a door. That's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I guess those doors do look pretty sturdy though. Do look real strong. Okay, we saw all this already. But we're not seeing where the animal's at. So where are the animals? It looks like the same place, but where are the animals at? Because they had animals walking right up to the room. Unless we're looking at the wrong rooms. This says experience wild moments and luxury accommodations in South Africa. That could be it. Let's see here. They definitely have a 5-star. It says Zuri Zanzibar Hotel is the hotel they were at. Loved by couples. Let's see here. Property amenities. Parking, shuttle, food and drink, restaurant, site, pool, things to do. I don't see animals. It doesn't say anything about the animals. I'm wondering if this isn't the correct. If this isn't the right hotel. Or should I say wildlife? Wild animals. Wild Zanzibar. I'm thinking this was not the hotel that they were staying at, because the hotel they were staying at had the wildlife was right there. Unless that's a different location. But that hotel looked just like where she walked out that room. Right here. Look at that. That has the wildlife there.
Jenae on social media.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Because see how close you could see the other room right there, or the other villa. So they would have had to been separated kind of far here. But their argument probably made the other people that was in the villas aware of what was going on. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this because this just doesn't make sense. Now, how does this resort have animals and the Zuri Zanzibar, which is the hotel that reported they were staying at, that hotel doesn't have wildlife?
Clear. No, Zuri Zanzibar Hotel.
Look, she gonna say it.
Hotel confirmed it is cooperating with investigative authorities.
Zuri Zanzibar Hotel. Okay, that's where she was staying at, but that's not this pitch. That's not where she took the pictures at of coming out of the hotel room with the animals, because this Zuri Zanzibar is what we looked up, and the animals are not there. They don't have wildlife. They have scuba diving. They got everything except for that. Zuri Zanzibar and Kindwa offers a luxurious, eco-friendly beach experience set within tropical gardens, focusing on sustainability, wellness, and beachside relaxation. While not a wildlife resort itself, it acts as a base for exploring Zanzibar's biodiversity, including nearby snorkeling, diving at Mniba Atoll, and trips to Jozani Forest for monkeys. So, Zuri Zanzibar Hotel does not have wildlife. So, what hotel was that? Okay, am I missing something? Are y'all getting what I'm putting down here? Zuri Zanzibar Hotel is the hotel that contacted her family. It seems like that's the hotel she was staying at, but they do not have wildlife. So those pictures of her standing on the porch of a villa feeding animals is not Zuri Zanzibar Hotel, because Zuri Zanzibar Hotel does not have wildlife. They have snorkeling, diving. They have a location where you can go to that's close by that has a forest where you can see the monkeys, but it does not include wildlife. That's super duper strange to me. Very strange to me. Yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all think about all this in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I'll be back with another one. Peace.